empty first before asking how to live with emptiness. Without being empty, you cannot learn to live with emptiness. There is no need to ask how to live with emptiness. It is so blissful. It is the deepest bliss. When you ask how to live with emptiness, you are not really asking how to live with oneself, but you have not known yourself. Knowing yourself is being empty. What you know yourself is what has been told to you from outside. Knowing what others say about you is not you. It is the opinion of others. It does not mean you are empty. The moment you have known yourself, that means you have attained to emptiness. And then nobody has to tell you how to live. You will know on your own. In meditation, sometimes you feel a sort of emptiness, but that is really not the emptiness. I just call it a sort of emptiness. The journey of emptiness has begun. With meditation, the journey of emptiness, emptying the process begins. You have to reallocate your residence or business or office to some other place. The process of reallocation is the process of emptying the place of its contents. So meditation is that process that you have started reallocating. First you have to think of reallocating, then the process of emptying will begin. You empty the contents from one place and then take it to the other location. Whatsoever is necessary and whatsoever is redundant, you discard it. So when in meditation this process begins, all that you have known about yourself through the others or through the mirror of relationship. Someone told you, your husband told you, or your wife told you that you are a miserable man. So this is your image about you. Do you know really are you miserable or not? So first of all, you have to remove that thought that someone has told you you are miserable. You are good looking. Are you really good looking? Are you a good person? Unless you feel from within that, then if you know yourself that you are a good looking, then do you have to know how to live with that goodness? No. First be empty of all that is superficial in you. Then you will automatically know how to live with it. You don't have to do anything for it. In meditation, sometimes this sort of emptiness comes in. This is not really emptiness, it is the beginning of the journey. When you are meditating for certain moments, for a few seconds, you feel as if thought process has stopped. In the beginning, these gaps will come, but because you are feeling as if the thought process has stopped, this is again a thought process. That first you feel the gap because thoughts has, for a few moments no thought are coming. When this feeling deepens, that No thoughts are coming, this is also a thought. Because now you are feeling as if thought process has stopped, this is again a thought process. A very subtle thought. A very subtle thought that now no thoughts are coming. Many times people come to me and say that their thoughts have stopped. They don't have any thoughts arising. If no thoughts are arising, you don't need to tell me that. If no thoughts are arising in you, I am in, no thoughts are arising, you don't need to tell me anything. Your very face, your very countenance will reflect that there is no thought arising in me. No thought arising in me. And the inner health will reflect through your face, through your gestures, through your behaviors. You don't need to say anything. But because you are feeling as if thought process has stopped, it is again a thought process, but a very subtle one. What are you doing? You are saying inside, the thought process has stopped, but what is this? The thought process has stopped. So this is really a secondary thought process that has started. And you say, you call this emptiness. So that's why I said this is not really emptiness. You say now something is going to happen. What is this? A new thought process has started. Whenever this happens, do not be a victim to it. When you feel a certain silence is descending, do not verbalize it, because by doing so you are destroying it. Wait for some time, simply wait. Do not do anything. Do not say that this is emptiness. Do not say that thoughts have stopped, this is emptiness. The moment you have said, you have destroyed it. Just look at it. The thoughts are not arising. Go on looking into that. Penetrate through that. Encounter it, but wait. Do not verbalize it. Do not rush to tell someone that thoughts have stopped. Do not be in a hurry, because through verbalizing, the mind again enters into a thought process through a different route. You are deceived. Be alert of the tricks of the mind. Mind is very tricky. If he does not find to enter in you this way, he goes through the back door. So you started meditating. I have started meditating. The thoughts have started disappearing. And you come and tell me, so the thoughts have started disappearing. But are you saying this to me? You are telling me that you are healthy, but your face does not reflect that. The health, if something has happened within you, it must reflect through your behavior, through your countenance, through your gestures and everything around you. So what happens is, when you realize that thoughts are not coming, go on penetrating deep into it, so that this process gets stabilized in you. The moment you verbalize it, you have allowed the mind to enter into you, the thought process to enter you through a different route. And this route is subtle. You will not know what has happened. Earlier, thoughts were in a gross form, so you knew. Now thoughts are not, no thought is there. So, sir, I don't have any thoughts arising. So what is this? You do not call it a thought. You do not call it a feeling. But it is there that there is no thought. This is the trick of the mind. It has entered from the back door. In the beginning, this is bound to happen. So whenever this happens, again, just wait. Do not fall in the trap of the mind. Do not say that I have attained emptiness, I have become silent. There is no thoughts arising. Do not be in the rush to tell the Master. Master is that sky that is aware of all the changes, all the things taking place under it. It is witness to everything. It is witness to 1945 attack of atom bomb. It is aware of everything that has happened from the times immemorial to now, but nothing affects the sky. The sky is witness. The manganese dioxide experienced knows that change is taking place. There is an alchemical action between oxygen and hydrogen, but is it involved in any way? Light is not involved in any way. Light does not allow you to make sentences. Light comes as a catalyst. In the presence of light, you can see what is written on the sky, on the screen. You can write something, you can delete something, but can you blame electricity, the light, for it? No, light is not. It is a catalyst. It allows things to happen. If you want to do a creative thing, see a creative video or a pornographic video, that is your choice. Light is not responsible for it in any way. Can you blame that light for it? No, light is a catalyst. This you have to understand. The false, if the emptiness is false, it cannot stay. It will be there, you will feel it that I have become empty, but it does not last. The real cannot be lost in any way. That is its quality. Once you have known the inner treasure, once you have come in contact with the deepest core of your being, then you can move in activity, you can do whatsoever you like, nothing will affect you. Then you can live in an ordinary world, like following the worldly life, but the emptiness will remain within you. Now what happened there? Manganese dioxide has become empty. The light is emptiness. And then it can stay, it can witness, it can be there in everything that you are doing, good or bad, creative or uncreative. It will be a witness to everything. It will give you energy to do whatever you want to do. Doing will only be on the periphery, then inside you will remain empty. So emptiness becomes a catalyst. You have known yourself. If you have known yourself, then you will be guided by that. When you know that Aham Brahmasmi, I am ever expanding consciousness, I am not a Hindu, I am not a Muslim, I am not American, I am not German, I am not Indian, I do not have any nationality, I am no caste, no creed, no gender, I am simply a human being, a consciousness. Then you will live with that. Not like a Muslim, not like a Hindu. So Hindu will follow his Hindu scriptures, Muslim will follow exactly what the scripture says, whether he understands it or not, verbatim. He does not have the capability to know the real meaning why it was asked. Someone asked me, a person of Muslim faith, does the gods and goddesses exist in Hinduism? I said, they exist, they do not exist, both. They exist, yet they do not exist. This requires a deep understanding. This requires a deep understanding that gods and goddesses exist in Hinduism and they do not exist. How it possible? Does Batman exist? Does Wonder Woman exist? Does not. But it does. It does for the one for whom it has been created. It does not exist for you as an adult. For a child, it is a reality. Because this particular character has been created with certain qualities, and that qualities you want to inculcate in your child. So child needs inspiration. When child is in distress, cannot express his or her feelings to the mother, is not listening to it because she is in her own agony, disturbance with her husband, or the husband with his official, the work problems. The child is lonely. He goes to her doll and narrates all her problems to the doll. The presence of the doll for that child is a reality. But for you, it is not a reality. And the moment it narrates its problems to its doll, that has been created as a company for a child, and the child feels relaxed. Does it not happen that way? So it requires a deep understanding to be religious. Not holding your scripture in your hand or putting on a particular garb, that means you are religious. No, that does not mean that you have become religious. Religiosity is an deep understanding, awakening. If you are empty within, doing happens only on the periphery, whatsoever you do then becomes divine. Whatsoever you do, because the center you are divine, center you are empty. Whatsoever you do talks on the quality of the divine, because now it is not coming from you. Instead, it is coming directly from the original emptiness, or it is that consciousness is the emptiness. Is it part of you? No, it is not. Your identity is still guided by your belief system, or that has been put into you by the outside sources, by your parents, priests, and the other sources. Now it is coming directly from the original emptiness, the original nothingness, or that is consciousness. If then you speak, those words are not yours. When Vivekananda was speaking in Parliament of Religions, after that one day, Sister Nivedita asked him, Swamiji, when you was speaking in the Parliament of Religions, it appeared as if the rays of light was emitting out of your words. Rays of lights were emitting out of your words. And if you had asked us to plunge into the sea, we would have done it. Vivekananda said, amidst all you have realized the truth. When I was speaking in the Parliament of Religions, the words were mine, the voice was mine, but the force behind my voice of that haggard man. मेरे दिल को दिल न समझो, मेरी जान को जान समझो, कोई और बोलता है मेरी जुबान समझो. मेरे दिल को दिल न समझो, मेरी जान को जान समझो, कोई और बोलता है मेरी जुबान समझो. The words are coming out from a deep source, not from my mind. Mind is simply arranging them in an order that people can understand. It is using the language in which the people can understand. And if you are using the AI intelligence, there are people of different the understanding, different nationalities. So AI will translate them into the language that they understand. You are speaking in your own language, but so meditation or tawajjo is that AI technique. The master is speaking in the language of the innerness, and it is understandable by everyone, whosoever is in that marakpa, in that congregation, whatsoever language he belongs to, whatsoever background he belongs to, the energy flows. It translates into, through the AI technique, into the language that you understand. Then, if then you speak, those words are not yours. That is what Holy Prophet meant when he said, Quran is not said by me. It has come to me as if someone has spoken through me. Do you understand Quran that way? No. You understand Quran the way the Maulana, the Mufti tells you about it. Holy Prophet said, Quran is not said by me. It has come to me as if someone else has spoken through me. It has come out of the inner emptiness. That is what Hindus mean when they say Vedas are not written by man. They are not human documents. Instead, they are divine. God Himself has spoken through me. When you are, I am speaking through you. I am speaking to you. There is a camera system that records the video and the sound system that records what I am saying. So is the sound system is becoming the medium through which my words are being related to you. The camera system is the medium through which the picture at the moment, the change of the gestures is being related to you, being communicated to you. Can microphone, its quality will improve my quality. My understanding of the language that I am speaking, my mastery on that, its efficiency will make it audible easily, or it may be distorted. That's the only difference. So you adjust that. But the microphone has nothing to do. The words are not coming through the microphone, but not from the microphone. This is what Khalil Gibran says when Al-Mitra asks, Master, what about children? He said, children are born through you, not from you. Sound is coming through you. Sound is coming through the microphone. The picture is coming through the camera, but not from the camera. It is the source of the sound, source of the image is different. And this is what is the scripture. The source of the scripture is different. Muhammad became the medium through which it was broadcast. It was the microphone, the system, the sound system through which it was broadcast. And then it was communicated by him to his Sahibi for 23 years, and they wrote it down. When they wrote it down, so it is, Sahabi became the scribe. It came through the microphone of Muhammad, by some other source, and through this Sahibi, it got scribed and came to you in that form. Buddha, all the Buddhist scripture begins, Anand begins it, thus I have heard. It does not say Buddha says so. There may be a problem that I may not have understood, I have not heard clearly, I may not have heard or understood properly. He said, thus I have heard. All Hindu scriptures becomes athato, thus. Nothing else. So the author, who is scribe, clearly mentions, thus I have heard. Athato bhakti jigyasa. Now the desire for bhakti jigyasa, the anxiety to know more about devotion. Now more about, so when the word says more, it is the source is different. You are simply the medium through which the message is being relayed to you. You are the microphone, you are the camera, the sound system, the audio-visual system through which the entire message comes to you. When the mind becomes silent, when you are falling empty, it takes the greatest courage not to think, because the whole past of the mind will assert itself. The whole mechanism will say, now think. These are the subtle symbols, the mysteries that you have to understand. These are these symbolic ways of saying something which is mysterious and cannot be put into the words. When Holy Prophet said, it has been related through me. These are symbolic ways of saying something which cannot be said, which is mysterious. And this is the mystery. When you are deeply empty, whatsoever you speak is not you. It comes through you. That means you are no more. Enough for now. This talk on emptiness is very vast, and it will continue in the subsequent sessions next week on Saturday, same time, between 6 a.m. to 7 Eastern Time, Indian times 3:30 to 4:30, and by then the American time will change. The clocks will set back to the normal time. So our time, the Trinidad time and American time will be the same. European time will be 6 hours ahead of, so it will be midday in Europe. So enough for now. Until then, take care.